San Diego, 2009. At last, my first college party. Emma, Abby, and I got ready in their room. We cut our matching striped USD t-shirts into crop tops and paired them with butt-out jean shorts. Emma curled my hair and I did Abby's makeup. It was so easy with them. They felt like the sisters I'd wished for my whole life. "The boys won't know it hit 'em," Abby said as she poured us 3 shots of Parrot Bay. "I just want to warn you guys, I've never been drunk before," I said, realizing it was better they know the truth in case I took after my dad when I drank. "Seriously?" Emma said. "Me and my high school boyfriend used to get drunk like every weekend. I'm actually kind of over drinking now." "Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Em," Abby teased, tossing a supportive glance my way. "It's not a big deal, Spence. I just started drinking this summer." "We'll keep an eye on you, and Kyle's room is on the same floor of us, so just say the word and we'll take you back, okay?" Emma said. I nodded with a smile. "Let's make a pact to all leave together, okay? No girl left behind," Abby said, handing me a shot glass. "Let's cheers on it." We clinked our 3 glasses together and threw back a sweet liquid that made my chest burn. Emma chugged her Sprite chaser and said, "Let's take at least 2 more before we go in case all they have is beer like last night." "Yes, ma'am," Abby and I said in unison, laughing. I was buzzed before we even left the room. That night, I learned good intentions fly out the window quickly when alcohol's involved. In Kyle's dorm, the girls and I and a handful of other freshmen played Power Hour. The game went like this. Every minute, for 60 minutes, someone changed the song and you had to take a shot of beer. Shots of beer sounded like a cakewalk compared to liquor. I was wrong, and in 60 minutes, I was wasted. I didn't realize things actually got blurry when you drank. The movies got that part right. The lights seemed brighter and everything sounded louder. But the best part? I felt invincible. Drinks dialed my feistiness level up to a full-fledged 10. "You're a fun drunk, Spence," Emma yelled over the music. I was a little worried you'd be a crier, but no offense, just most girls are. "Psh, what is there to cry about? This is the best night of my life," I shouted, stumbling into her. "I'm so glad I met you guys." "Me too," Abby shouted, kissing the air in my direction. Hey, Spencer." I turned around to see the shy boy from orientation behind me. What was his name again? "Want to be my beer pong partner?" he asked. "Of course," I yelled, "but only if we win." His eyes lit up. Duh. He walked me over to a tiny beer pong table. "It's not regulation, but it's all we can fit in here." Wait, are you Kyle's roommate?" The corners of his mouth went up. "Yeah, you're kind of at my party." "Well, color me impressed," I said, and he smiled even wider. Resting bitch face girl and Kyle joined us on the other side of the table and yelled, "You're going down, Dylan!" "Dylan, right, that's your name." I punched Dylan's chest as he blushed. "Prepare to be crushed, Kyle and sour-faced female." The boys roared with laughter. The girl, not so much. Sober, I was competitive. Drunk, this was about to be a bloodbath. 3 undefeated games and a lot of shit-talking later, Dylan convinced me we should quit while we were ahead. And by ahead, I think he meant before I blacked out. "Do you want me to walk you back to your dorm?" Dylan asked, steadying me. "No, I don't want to leave. My room is so boring," I pouted. "Okay, maybe we should just take a walk to get some air." He clearly just wanted to get me out of arm's reach of alcohol. "Okay, fine," I agreed, because standing was becoming more and more difficult. "But I can't leave the girls." I looked around and realized Emma and Abby were already gone. "What?" Dylan yelled over the impossibly loud music. "Never mind," I said, heading for the door. So much for our pact. Dylan grabbed me by the waist and helped me as I stumbled out of the room. The fresh air felt incredible, and his arm around my waist didn't feel too bad either. Marshall. I pushed his arm off of me. I could tell it hurt his feelings, and he wasn't really trying to be flirty. He legit just didn't want me to fall on my face. "What room are you in?" he asked. "I told you I don't want to go to my room yet," I whined. "Okay, bossy, where do you want to go?" "Keep up if you can." I bolted down the stairs with no idea where I was headed. I just knew I didn't want this feeling of freedom to end. I spotted the soccer field ahead of me and ran straight for it with Dylan at my side. I was not a runner by any means, so my adrenaline only took me so far before I collapsed in the middle of the field laughing my ass off. "Is that all you got?" "All talk, no action." Dylan barely finished his sentence when I swiped my legs behind his knees, sending him toppling onto the grass beside me. Having a big brother came in handy sometimes. Girls with sisters grew up doing each other's hair. I grew up wrestling. "Look who's talking now," I slurred. Dylan rolled on the grass, positioning his body parallel to mine. You sure are something. I get that a lot. I was such a smug little shit back then. I glanced down, my breath catching as I noticed how close our hands were in the grass. Dizziness from the booze, from the running, and from Dylan's eyes intent on me washed over me all at once. Spencer? Dylan asked, turning toward me. My body turned to his automatically without thought. Can I? Dylan didn't have a chance to finish before I puked all over his shirt.